So we're just gonna sit here on our mat and just kind of let yourself adjust, wiggle, and settle in. And whatever the body needs right now, just be really receptive to that today. So, if you kind of feel like, wiggling feels good, or deepening into a pose feels good, or sometimes we need to back out of things and be a little less aggressive with ourselves, just allow all of that to happen without any judgment. So there doesn't have to be, I'm good at yoga, I'm bad at yoga. There doesn't have to be anything tied into it more than just, this is what my body needs. So we'll sit here and wherever feels most comfortable. Good, and we're just gonna take a couple breaths and we're gonna allow them to be cleansing. So in through the nose and then out through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels best. And also this breath just comes really naturally. There's no length, there's no pause, nothing that feels like you're having to force it. Just breathe in a way that feels nourishing for you. And take awareness into that breath. So we'll start our practice today with a light meditation here with the breath. And just kind of dive into the sensation of the inhale and the exhale. Bring a lot of focus and awareness. What does it feel like? Is there a sound? Is it kind of resonating with any emotions or feelings? How does the rest of the body feel with this breath? And then give a quick second here to take a nice good deep breath in and kind of breathe in outside space, sounds, smells, feelings. And then let those go as you soften the body and kind of wake back up a little bit here. We're gonna take the legs back behind us and come to a tabletop position here. And just looking for a nice stacking of the joints. So wrists under the shoulders, knees in line and under the hips. And we don't really need to come into a full cow pose yet. Just draw the shoulders far away from the ears. Take a good deep breath in here. And then exhale, nice big cat back as you pull those abs up. Press into those feet. And then inhale, release back to tabletop, or option here to take that cow pose. Roll the chest open, shoulders come back. And then exhale, nice big cat. Inhale to neutral or to cow. And exhale to cat again. This time we'll follow through with the inhale and step those hands out just a little bit further. Inhale there. And then exhale, roll those hips forward, tuck those toes under, up and back, downward dog. And allow everything just to kind of soften into this stretch. Relax the heels down towards the mat, head, neck, nice and loose. And then we will step that forward a few steps or one big one. Soften it down in forward fold. And then we will inhale, just kind of roll ourselves back up there. Stand here in mountain pose, so adjust those hips forward to really lengthen through the low back. Engage the core, shoulders all the way down, neck nice and tall, and then just let those fingers not just hang, but reach for the floor. Give them a little wiggle. Soften those knees. Very good. Couple more breaths here, and we're gonna work into our Vinyasa Flow. We will take 3 full Vinyasas, and it's okay if you don't know exactly what those are. We'll go through them, but Vinyasa means to flow. So while we go through those Vinyasas, I want you to think about peace and calm flowing to yourself easily, and you can even remind yourself, peace flows to me easily. Peace flows to me. Just repeat it. We'll start that here. We'll take that nice good inhale. Open those arms all the way out. Stretch tall. Exhale, bend those knees, forward fold. Inhale, slide them up, halfway lift. Shoulders pull far away from the ear. Stretch the crown of the head forward. Exhale, release that down. Hands come to the mat, and we will step back to plank. You can lower to the knees here or take full chaturanga, lowering down nice and slow. Cobra or full press into upward dog. You can even give the hips a little shimmy there. Open that heart space, and then curl those toes under, up and back. Downward dog. Give yourself a second here to ease into this. You can pedal the feet. You can shake the hips or work through the head and neck. You can do all of it. And then we will step that on back up to the top of the mat. Inhale, draw yourself up and open nice and tall. Really expand the chest, send those shoulders wide. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften it back down, step it back to high plank. Here in high plank, get really active, so big push from those hands. Draw the rib cage up, heels push back, body stretches forward, and chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog. Option here to give those hips a little shake, and then roll it back to our downward dog. Heels relax down to the mat. Beautiful job there. Lengthen through those hamstrings, so roll those hips up and open towards the sky as you press the heels down. Hands will gently push the chest back towards the thighs and kind of flare open through those back muscles. And we will make our way back up to the front of our mat. Inhale. Take those arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften that back down. Step it back to plank. One more time, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, big press. And downward dog. Very good. We're gonna hold here for a couple of breaths, really lengthening through the inhale and the exhale and through the body. Very good. From here, we will lift the right leg up and back for three-legged dog. And then step it forward and through those hands. A couple steps is fine too. Lower on down into Crescent Lunge. Extend that back leg nice and strong. Work through that hip flexor there on the left side. Right hip gently eases down. Very good. Grow the chest nice and tall. Send those arms back behind you. Just kind of roll the shoulders open. Inhale, take them overhead. Little bit of balance here. Exhale down through heart center. See if you can lower into those legs. Very good. Take a nice good deep breath in here. Exhale, open those hands. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale down through heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, open. Really reach those hands back. All the way up overhead. Down through heart center. Very good. And then from here, we'll actually bend those arms open. Take that chest forward. Reach the fingertips down towards the back of your mat. Right leg should be fussing a little bit at this point. Step that back foot forward, swing those arms up overhead. And then exhale, forward fold. Nice, good soft bend in the knees. Let the head hang. Give those hips and the body nice side to side sway here. Inhale, halfway lift. And then take the ears over to the shoulders. Few times each side. Soften it back down. And inhale, arms, head, hang heavy as we roll on up. And then again, we'll open those hands back. Inhale, take them all the way up. And we will kind of drop this right arm over the left. Good, you can take a half bind here or a full. Drop those shoulders down. Soften those hips down and back. Soft bend in those knees. Very good. Nice, good deep breath in. Just take those elbows, head and neck up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale up. Just slightly small movement here. Exhale down. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, send those elbows and hands to the left and kind of turn those hips slightly to the right. Release those arms on down. Give it all. I love that one. Give it all a good little wiggle there. Shimmy, shake. And then inhale. Rise all the way up. Not just body, but energy and spirit to wiggle those fingers. Exhale down through heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop that down. Step it back to plank. Big press here, not just through the palm, but through the fingertips, pushing the body through those shoulders, lifting, pulling the rib cage up, heels stretch back, pull the shoulders away from the ears to stretch the crown of the head towards the top of your mat. And then send the body forward, lower down through chaturanga, upward dog or cobra. Good. Peel those shoulders all the way open. Send the chest forward. Curl those toes under, up and back. Downward dog. Hopefully starting to feel a little bit looser than our first downward dogs. Good, big push of those hands. Take the chest back towards the thighs. Hug those abs in. Left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Stretch those toes long away from the body. Right heel eases down, and then big step or steps forward. Come on up. Crescent lunge. Ease on down into it. Right heel, right knee pushes back. Let this left leg take all of that work. Very good. Nice, good deep breath in here. Kind of grow the body tall. Exhale. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. Woo! And then exhale, open them to the sides. Pinkies are in the front. Nice, good deep breath in. Exhale, take them to the center and kind of pull the chest away from them. Inhale, open those thumbs back. Squeeze those back muscles. Exhale, so really tapping in to cat and cow movements with the chest, with the spine here open, extending the heart up. Exhale, tucking in. Reach those fingers long away from the chest. Inhale. And exhale. This time we'll drop those hands, interlace those fingers behind you, send the hands down towards the back of your mat. Temptation here to really roll the stomach forward. Keep it pulled in, pick up those shoulders, take them back, ease on down into that left leg. Nice, good deep breath in. And exhale, bend forward at the waist. Lift the hands if possible. Roll it back up, release, and step that on forward again. Whew, give it all a little wiggle. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. Reach the body tall. Imagine this rib cage opening off of the hips. Exhale, soften through those knees and legs to take the left arm over the right. Allow your lungs to do the work for you here. So every inhale is going to expand and open those back muscles. Exhale, release tension. And we'll go ahead and throw in a little movement. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, soften. Inhale. So just kind of work with the rhythm of your own breath here. No need to speed it up or slow it down. We'll take one more set of the inhale and the exhale. We'll draw it back to the center and take a nice good inhale here. Exhale, move those elbows to the right and just slightly turn those hips to the left. Drop that on down again. Give it all a little shake. Little bit bigger in wet noodle body here. So turn side to side. Hands and arms are allowed just to kind of tap the body as we turn and twist here. And then kind of buckle up through those ankles, through the knees. So then only the twist is kind of rotating from the hips and the rib cage. Sometimes easier said than done. And then we'll take it back to the center. Draw those arms and palms forward, send them back. Chest rises all the way up, neck, chin up. And then inhale. Take those thumbs back, chest pushes forward as those thumbs reach overhead behind you. Exhale, bend those knees, forward fold. Inhale, slide it on up to halfway lift. From here, exhale, sit those hips down and back. Pick the hands and the chest up. Nice, good, deep breath in here. And then exhale, prayer twist to the right. Use this leverage of the left hand on the thigh to open the body up. Try not to swivel into those hips too much. Sometimes if you're really, really tight, you just need a little extra help there. That's okay. Good. Take a nice inhale here. On the exhale, open those hands, left hand down to the mat, right arm up and open. Take the gaze down in between those feet. This right hand sweeps all the way down. As we bring that arm forward, it lifts up and back, open through that circle. Try to keep the hips to the front, swing it back, sit on down. Modified chair pose here, nice good deep breath in. Exhale, prayer twist, right hand over to the left thigh. Open that heart up. Good, keep using that right arm to push into this twist gently. Use the breath to open the lungs, open those back muscles. Nice, good deep breath in. And then exhale, open the left arm up, right arm down, take the gaze down in between the feet. Good chance to check where those knees are. Drop it down to the front. Let those arms hang. And then stretch that left arm all the way forward. Open that back as you lift it up and back. Ease it on down. Give it all. Again, just a chance to check in, see how you feel. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower it down. Plant those hands, step it back to plank. And from here, we're just gonna lower those knees. Walk those hands back where the hips kind of sit on the feet with the toes tucked under. This can be very intense through the feet, so we will take a little bit of a distraction here. Fingertips behind the ears, nice good deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the chest, take those elbows together. Ease the head forward just a bit, and then inhale, open it back up. On this one, we'll exhale, tuck the left, reach the right arm out. Inhale, open. Exhale, opposite side, left arm reaches out. Inhale, open. And then we will gently take those fingertips down to the mat, uncurl those toes, give them a little kick if they went a little numb there. Ease the hips down to the feet. Take the backs of the hands long behind you. Crown of the head just meets the mat. We will step those hands out nice and long enough where you kind of have to pull the hips off the feet just a touch, and then cat back here. So round through the abs, through the core, tuck the chin to the chest, ears in between the biceps, and then just gently pull those hips back towards the feet, knowing that they won't make it all the way. And then inhale, roll it back up. Take those knees nice and wide, and we'll just take the hips back to the feet here, and we'll take this right arm all the way through, reaching it over to the left side of the mat. Close that hand down when it gets as far as it can reach, and then lower gently to the shoulder, to the right ear. Ease on down there. Good. Good. We'll slide that arm back through. Take that one out long, and same thing here. Reach the left arm as far as it can go. Set the back of the hand down and lower gently onto the left ear. If this is really tight, you can fill in with a block and take some of the stress out of the full pose. We'll send that one back out. Roll those hips up, turn those knees in slightly, and we'll just send the right foot up to the outside of the mat. Ease those hips forward. Good. And kind of soften into that hip. You can come to fingertips if it's too much in the wrist, or you can fill in with a block and come to forearm. Good. Let this hip release on down. We'll pull the hips back just enough to release tension out of that stretch. Curl the back toes under, so left toes curl under. Lift the back leg. Step this right foot up and back to three-legged dog. Release the left heel to the mat. Nice, good deep breath in. And then exhale, draw this right knee in through the hands and set it on down. As you lower the hips. Good. This can be very intense, and the temptation is to really roll out and sit on the outside of the hip. Stay centered, so hip comes right down to the middle of the mat. Great place for a block if it is very, very tight, or you can just let gravity do the work as well. So after we let the hip get a little acclimated here, we'll peel those shoulders towards the back of the mat, stretch the chest up and open, and then release that upper body on down and allow yourself to relax as best as possible here in this hip stretch. Lower those hands, walk the upper body back up, and we'll take this back left leg, ease it around to the front. However you get there is okay. Gentle cross here over that right leg, so we're kind of locking into position. Sit up nice and tall, and then ease into that left hip. Very good. We'll cross the right arm over the top of the knee. Left fingertips will come out to the back behind us. Nice. Good deep breath in, and then exhale. Use this right arm to push against that thigh. Finding a twist, maintaining lots of length and height through that spine. And then back to the front, gently release. Take this left leg off to the side. Roll the hips forward. Send them back out to the corners of your mat, toes to touch. Send the hips back and walk those hands out. Lower the head down to the mat. Nice, good, heavy breathing here to open the back muscles. Nice, good exhales to release tension, deepen into the stretches if it feels good in the body. We'll keep the body here to the center, but we will step the right hand out just a little bit off of the mat to the edge, and then take the left hand over on top of it, keeping the head down to the center. And then use those hands to push the body back just a little. Walk the left hand wide, take the right hand over. Nice, good deep breath in here. And then exhale, gentle push into those back muscles. Roll those hips up and forward. Step this left leg to the edge of the mat. Grass everywhere. Ease into that hip, little bit of heaviness. So you can come to knuckles, to fingers, forearm to the mat or to a block. We'll pull that hip back just a little bit. We'll curl the right toes under, lift that leg, and step the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And then exhale, tuck that knee into the center, draw it through, and sit that on down. You can uncurl those back toes. Make sure that the body is leveling up here to the front. Hip is coming down to the center. Probably totally different experience from side to side on the body, so you quickly learn which hip is tighter. Good. Once the hip kind of settles into being here, we'll just kind of focus on bringing the upper body up, opening the shoulders back, lifting the chin, and then kind of stretching the heart forward. Good. And then you can just gently ease on down. Let that low back relax here. Let the upper body ease on down. We'll reconnect the hands with the mat and bring ourselves up easy from there. And then we will, even if you need to roll out to the side, draw that right leg up and over the left, kind of locking into place there. And then as we grow tall, we'll just make sure that this knee doesn't roll away from us. We'll just kind of sit tall and hug it into place. Good, we'll take those right fingertips back behind us and use them to kind of guide the chest tall and open. Cross this left arm all the way over and draw a good deep breath in. And then exhale, push into that left arm to find the twist. And the right fingertips will keep pushing the chest tall. Roll that shoulder open. Hug those abs in. And then we will soften and release it to the front. We'll unwind those legs here and take them into a nice butterfly pose here. And it doesn't have to be really far in. You can take them out further if that feels best. Grab onto the shins. Use that as an anchor point to pull the heart forward, send those shoulders down and back. And then just kind of bend forward at the waist, taking the heart further towards the front of your mat. And you can soften those elbows down to the thighs to give them a little gentle pressure there. And then we'll bring the heart back up over the hips and we'll send those feet on out and we'll just gently close them to the left side and take the fingertips back behind you as you do this to roll those shoulders open, open the chest. You might get some sounds as long as nothing hurts. Good. Roll them through the center. Pause there with those knees to the front and then tuck the chin to the chest. Instead of fingertips, let the hands come flat. Give the spine a shimmy from side to side here if it feels good. And then lift back up through the heart, back to the fingertips. And then we'll roll those knees over to the right. Again, it could be a totally different stretch and sensation on this side. back to the center. And instead of allowing ourselves to kind of ease into the back here, we're going to take those hands out to the front of us, walk them forward, and allow the head and the heart, chin, chest, shoulders, everything to fall nice and heavy here. And again, find that deep breathing so that the lungs will assist you with opening those back muscles. And then we'll gently roll ourselves back up through the spine. Take the feet back into the center of the mat, as close or as far feels good. Draw yourself again tall using the shins as an anchoring point. And then we will actually cross the left hand over to the right shin and stretch this right hand forward. Take a good deep breath in there. And then exhale, open it out into a twist. Kind of use this left hand to pull on that right leg. And then inhale, sweep it back to the front. When you get to the chest, exhale, reach it off, lower the body down. Connect those fingertips with wherever they land. And then on the next inhale, open that hand all the way up. Bring the body back tall. Continue through that circle. And then just draw it around, taking the right hand over to the left shin. And same thing here, just reach that left hand forward as you kind of ease on down. Nice, good, deep breath in. And then exhale, open that arm back, using this right hand and left leg to deepen into that twist. Inhale, take it all the way up and kind of round the body down as you stretch and reach this left hand forward. Let it fall to where it can connect to the mat, but you still have that back opening on the left side. Nice breaths in and out here. And then on the inhale, roll the body open, open that arm, open the body back to the front, follow through with that circle, take it back to the center. Very good. So, bless you. Before we head on into our Shavasana, we're just going to sit here for a minute, and some of what we will be talking about in the group this week is leaning in to what is uncomfortable. So just like our yoga poses, tapping into discomfort can actually be very beneficial. And that can be the truth emotionally as well. So before we head into Shavasana, I just want you to sit here nice and tall and take the hands to the thighs. Let those shoulders roll up, back, and then all the way down. And just let the chin fall forward. And you have the option to kind of recall or find a situation that is very challenging. And give it a little bit of mindfulness by acknowledging how you feel in it. And then see where it is causing stress within the body. So does the stomach feel like it's in knots? Do you kind of feel a heartache? Or is there tension in the neck when you think about this situation? And then just kind of breathe into that area. You can find a little bit of movement. Once we get into Shavasana, or even here seated, you can take the hands to the area where you feel the stress and give yourself comfort. But we will stretch those feet on out to the front. Take those hips forward and guiding onto the knees. We'll take a good deep breath in, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, start to, from the hips, round the spine towards your mat. And as you come further down and you're not able to move, you just walk the hands to the thighs. Ease them back down as you lower slowly to the mat. Good, and then step those feet on in. And we'll take a nice good deep breath in, and then exhale, push through those feet to lift those hips up into one last final pose here. We'll take bridge pose. As you exhale, roll that spine nice and heavy all the way back down. Cross those hands over the heart to find opposite shoulder. And roll through the back there. And then inhale, lift those hips slowly as you are rolling side to side through the body. And kind of experiment with lifting them higher and lower, finding where the tension in these back muscles is at. And if you find a spot, you can just focus on that more than the others. And then when you're ready, bring it back to the center. Lower the spine on down. An option here to step those legs out nice and long to your mat. Open those hands down to the sides. You can bring the knees back and feet wide if the low back feels tense here. And just allow yourself to breathe. Before we move out of Shavasana, take a nice good deep breath in here and imagine the chest rising tall, but also pushing the back and the spine into the mat. And then exhale. Good. Step those feet back in, and you can kind of roll the legs off to one side or another. And ease yourself on up gently there. Give it all a good little wiggle, hopefully. Just kind of feeling a little shaken out and stretched out and moved. Interlace those fingers and then just kind of push the palms forward. You don't have to really get into the wrists. Just stretch those hands. They were very good to us today. Take them overhead. Nice breath in. And then as you exhale, just kind of let them fall to the sides. Soften the body. We'll take the right ear over to the right shoulder. And then left ear over to the left. And then chin down to the chest. And then hands to the heart, connecting the thumbs right there. Nice, good, deep breath in. And then exhale. Soften that